Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Lesson number 6, we have completed the text. And today, inshallah, we will do the exercises. All right, so the first word that you can see over here is tamarinu. And as we can see, it does not have tanween. It's not tamarinun, it is tamarinu. So do you have any idea like why do we not have tanween over there and why do we have only dhamma over there? It's because it's diptot, it's ghar munsarif, or we say mamnu min as-sarf, and it comes on the pattern of mafa'ilu, as we can see over here. So any word that comes on the pattern of mafa'ilu, that will not accept tanween because it is ghair munsarif, or we say mamnu min as-sarf. For example, in the Quran we have masabihu, we have tamathilu, we have mahari. So tamathilu and similarly masabihu, they do not have tanween. So the reason why they are on the pattern of mafa'ilu. Ajib anil asilatil atiyah. Answer the following questions. Ayya suratin hafidha sa'idun. All right, so of course I will ask this question. Ayya is mansub. Why is that? It is in the beginning of the sentence, but we can see that it has fatha, not dhamma. Why is that? Why fatha? Because it's an object, or it is maf'ul bihi. Hafidha is the verb. Sa'idun is the subject, the doer of the action, and ayya is the object. I have explained it earlier, and now you might be thinking like, why do we have object in the beginning of the sentence, whereas we know that generally object comes after the subject, right? And the answer is because it is a question word, and it's a requirement that the question word should come in the beginning of the sentence. That's why it has come in the beginning of the sentence. Ayya suratin hafidha sa'idun. Which surah did Sa'id memorize? Even if you see in English, we start with which, right? So as we cannot start with surah or with any other word of the sentence, we have to start with which. Similarly, in Arabic, we have to start with ayy. So ayya suratin hafidha Sa'idun. Yes, do you remember? Hafidha Surat al-Rahman, if you remember that. Hafidha Surat al-Rahman. Okay. Now, why surah is mansub? Surat al-Rahman. So why ta has fatha over here? Yes. Now we know that these lessons we are dealing with the verb and the verbal sentence, and we are focusing on the past tense. So in this case, hafidha. Okay, excellent. Because surah is maf'ul bihi. And where is the subject? Where is the subject? Yeah. Hafidha is a verb, and the subject is inbuilt. The subject is inbuilt. That means huwa. So huwa is inbuilt. So basically it will be huwa hafidha surat ar-Rahmani. It's hidden. It's mustatir. Excellent. So when the doer is hidden, then what happens after the verb? We will see that the noun is mansub. So whenever you see that the noun after the verb is mansub, that means the doer is inbuilt and the doer is hidden. Hafidha Surat Ar-Rahman. He memorized Surah Ar-Rahman. Kam ayatan min Surat An-Naba'i hafidhat Maryamu. How many verses did Maryam memorize from Surah Naba? Yes. As we know that this kam is istifhamia and it is used to ask a question. And whenever we use kam istifhamia to ask a question, the noun that comes after that will always be singular. It will be mansub and it will be nakira. Three things we need to know. First, it will be mansub. Number two, it will be singular. And number three, it will be nakira. When you have these three things after kam, tamyiz excellent. That means this is mansub and it means how many. Kam ayatan min surat an-Naba'i hafidhat Maryamu. Yes, does anyone remember how many verses did she memorize? حفظت ستة عشرة آية من سورة النبأ. Very good. So حفظت ستة عشرة آية. Okay. حفظت, she memorized ستة عشرة آية. As we know that the numbers from 13 to 19, or in fact 11 and then 13 to 19, they are compound numbers. Compound number means the first part will consist of two particles or two words, as we should say, and then the madud will be basically tamyiz. Madud will be singular and it will be mansub. And we know that if ayatan is the ma'dud, the one that is being counted is feminine, and then the noun, the first part of the compound construction will be masculine, as we can see over here. So she memorized 16 verses from Surah Naba. Okay. مسم المجلة التي قرأتها مريم في المكتبة بأي لغة هي؟ Okay, do you remember the names of the name of the magazine that Maryam read or studied in the library, and what was the language? أحسنتي. The name is اسمها الإسلام وهي باللغة الإنجليزية. وعليكم السلام. So اسمها الإسلام, and ha, as we know, refers to the magazine مجلة because it's feminine, and then we have وهي باللغة الإنجليزية, and it is in English language. من ليلى? Who is Layla? Yes, هي خادمة. هي خادمة. She is the helper, or she is the housemaid. So Alhamdulillah, we have answered the questions from lesson number from question number 1. Now we move on to question number 2. ضع هذه العلامة, that is علامة الصحيح, أمام الجمل الصحيحة. So we have to put this check sign between in front of the sentences that are correct, and وهذه العلامة, which is غير صحيح, أمام الجمل غير الصحيحة, in front of the sentences that are incorrect. Okay. ما فرح المدرس بسعيد. Here B is حرف جر, and we know that it comes with فرح. So فرح B. فرحت بكم, I was happy with you. ما النافية, exactly. Yes, this is ما النافية. ما فرح المدرس بسعيد. The teacher was not happy with Saeed. So of course it will be ما النافية. The teacher was not happy with Saeed. Is this okay? This is wrong. Okay. فرح المدرس بسعيد, and he was happy with him. So if we say he wasn't happy with him, that means this is incorrect. يعني غير صحيح. مريم جوعة. Maryam is hungry. In the context of the lesson, Maryam was hungry. So do you remember? Is this? Oh, okay, correct. Excellent. Very good. Okay. خرجت مريم من المدرسة بعد صلاة الظهر. Maryam went out of the school after the prayer. Yes. Is this sahih? Oh, okay. Very good. Then we have Suratul Rahmani. Now here it is Suratul Rahmani. Ta has Dhamma. Will somebody tell me why Ta has Dhamma over here? Suratul Rahmani Atwalu min Suratul Hadidi. Yes, please tell me, mashallah, now you're senior students, you're in the middle of the course. You have already completed book number 1. Okay, this is Mudaf ilayh. Okay, fine. But my question is, why Suratul Rahman is marfu'? Why Mudaf is marfu'? Ahsanti. Because this is the subject. Because it is a nominal sentence. Nominal sentence consists of two things: subject and predicate, mubtada and khabar. So this sentence is a verbal sentence. It starts with the verb. This is a nominal sentence because it starts with the noun. This is a verbal sentence because it starts with the verb. And here we have Suratul Rahmani. It's a nominal sentence, Jumla Ismiya, because it starts with a noun. And Jumla Ismiya always consists of subject and predicate. And we know that subject and predicate are marfu'. They are marfu'. So subject is marfu' and predicate is also marfu'. Atwal min is used for comparative degree, so we will say it's used for comparison. Surah Al-Rahmani atwalu min Surah Al-Hadid. Surah Rahman is longer than Surah Al-Hadid. Yes, is this true? Number 4. This is غير صحيح. أحسنتي. Then we have آمنة وفاطمة وسعاد زميلات مريم. Amina, Fatima, and Su'ad are the colleagues of Maryam. True. Yeah, they are the colleagues of Maryam. Yani they are her classmates. They are in the same class, so that's true. Okay, excellent. Now we move on to question number 3. Here it says Ajib anil asilatil atiyah. Answer the following question. هذه الأسئلة ليست مبنية على الدرس السادس. These questions are not based on lesson number 6. What does that mean? يعني يجب عليكم أن تجيبوا من إنشائكم. That means you have to answer these questions from your own construction, not from the lesson. طيب. Okay, so the questions are here. It says ذهبت إلى المدرسة اليوم. Did you go to the school today? So it's up to you now. If your answer is نعم, you will say نعم ذهبت. And if your answer is لا, then you will say لا ما ذهبت. Right? So it's up to you. متى رجعت من المدرسة? When did you come back from the school? Okay, so you will say رجعت, whatever it is. Excuse me, why? Please don't put lines on the screen. متى رجعت من المدرسة? When did you return from the school? And then you say رجعت بعد صلاة الظهر. Whatever it is, it's up to you. أي سورة قرأت بعد صلاة الفجر? Which surah did you memorize after Fajr prayer? Okay, رجعت بعد العصر. طيب. Which surah did you read or recite after Fajr prayer? So you can say قرأت سورة الفجر أو قرأت سورة النبأ أو سورة البقرة. Any surah that you memorized after the Fajr prayer. That is true for you. Now you can answer over here, or you can write it in your notebook. Then we have أي سورة حفظت هذا الأسبوع? Which surah did you memorize this week? I'm not sure which one did you memorize. So you can say حفظت Suratul Nabai, as we have started with this one, or any of the surahs that you have memorized, whatever is true for you. أبل ماء البارد غسلت وجهك أم بالماء الحار? Did you wash your face with the cold water or with the hot water? Okay, and as we can see here, all of them, ذهبت, رجعت, قرأت, حفظت, غسلت. That means we are talking to second person singular. Second person singular masculine, right? Second person mukhatab is singular and masculine. So that's why the Sheikh has told us over here that we have fatha over here. So that means we will follow the same pattern, and then we will ask the questions to the second person who is right in front of you. And we have to make sure that we are asking these questions from the masculine. However, when we practice feminine, then we will use ذهبتي, رجعتي, قرأتي, حفظتي, غسلتي, and قميصك. It depends. من غسل قميصك ومنديلك? طيب, okay. غسلت وجهي بالماء البارد. Okay, very good. So you washed your face with cold water. Okay. من غسل قميصك ومنديلك? Who washed your shirt and your handkerchief? And someone is saying ummi ghasalat. Okay, or ghasalat ummi. Okay, excellent. So I have the answers for you over here. These are the answers. If you want to just just take a picture, or if you want to write them down, it's up to you. And these are the answers that we have in the books from the Sheikh or the Institute of the Sheikh that they have provided for our convenience. So here we have these answers. So the only thing that you have to make sure when you're answering these questions, you will answer these questions about yourself, right? About yourself. So you say, ذهبت, similarly, you say رجعت, I went, I came back. قرأت, I read or I recited. Then you say حفظت, I memorized. غسلت, I washed. And أمي غسلت, my mother washed. So all these answers, it's all entirely up to you. But let's try to make sure that we try to write what is true for us. Okay. السؤال الرابع, question number 4, أنث. Okay, أنث يؤنث تأنيثا. That means to make something feminine. So أنث is فعل الأمر. That's why we can see that after فعل الأمر, the noun is always mansub. أنث الفاعلة, the doer, the fa'il. We have to make the fa'il feminine. في كل من الجمل الآتية, in each of the following sentences. وضبط الضمير بشكل, and then we have to put the proper pronoun that we have in the verbs. Okay, so the proper pronoun means the doer of the action, in this case over here. أشربت الشاي يا حامد. Did you drink tea, O Hamid? And now we have to change it into feminine. So we say أشربت الشاي يا سعاد. Did you drink tea, O Suad? So here we have the person that we are talking to is masculine. So we will say sharibta. Ta will have fatha, past tense. And when the person that we are talking to is singular feminine, in this case we have Suad over here. So here we have to put sharibti, because this is used for the feminine. So this is what we have to now do, and we have to do the exercise by following the same example. أكتبت الدرس يا علي. Did you write the lesson, O Ali? And now you are, let's say you ask Amina, so you will say أكتبتي الدرس يا آمنة. So now we will say أكتبتي الدرس يا آمنة. كتبتي يعني أنت كتبتي, and this is fail plus file, and الدرس is مفعول به, that's why it is mansub. Similarly, شربتي is fail plus file, this is verb plus subject, and here we have the object. As we have learned that all the verbs, they have an inbuilt doer, except for number 1 and number 4. In number 1 and number 4 it depends, but the rest of the verbs, they have an inbuilt doer. أغسلت وجهك يا أخي. Did you wash your face, oh my brother? And now you will say أغسلت وجهك يا أختي. أغسلت, for the feminine it will be غسلتي, and then we have وجهك for the second person, feminine singular, يا أختي, oh my sister. أي سورة حفظت يا بني. Which surah did you memorize, oh my son? And now you can say أي سورة حفظت يا بنتي. حفظت يا بنتي. So look at the difference. If you're talking to masculine, the verb will be masculine with fatha. شربت, كتبت, غسلت, and حفظت. And when we are talking to the feminine, like Suad, Amina, Ukhti, and Binti, then the verb will come with kasra. So it will be شربتي, كتبتي, غسلتي, and حفظتي. أفهمت الدرس الجديد يا هاشم. Did you understand the new lesson, O Hashim? And now you ask, let's say Maryam. So you say أفهمت الدرس الجديد يا مريم. أفهمتي, right? أفهمتي, because we are talking to Maryam. أين ذهبت بعد الدرس يا أخي? Where did you go after the lesson, oh my brother? And now you're asking your sister, so you will say أين ذهبت بعد الدرس يا أختي? Where did you go after the lesson, oh my sister? So now we can see over here that this is a very good practice for the second person singular masculine, and for the second person singular feminine. So alhamdulillah, we are having like very good chance to do lots of practice over here, and this practice will definitely increase your learning of Arabic language. يضبط الضمير. ضبط يضبط, and then we have يضبط فعل الأمر. يضبط الضمير بالشكل في كل من الأفعال الواردة في الجمل الآتية. Now ضمير here means the doer, and the doer, as we know, in all these verbs, ta is the doer. Ta is the doer. Okay. So now we can see that ta is sakin. It does not have any ending. And that's what we have. إضبط الضمير, the ta, that is the the pronoun bishakli, and that means we have to put the proper vowel signs في كل من الأفعال الواردة in each of the following verbs في الجمل الآتية in the following sentences. Okay, fail, and the plural of fail is af'al. So af'al is feminine, that's why this is mawsuf, that's why the sifa is feminine. Jumlatun is feminine, and the plural of jumlatun is jumalun, and here jumal is feminine, and similarly the adjective that is used is also feminine. These are the things that we need to consider as well. So the first one, you say ana, so you know that with ana we have to put dhamma, so you will say ana dhahabtu ila al-matari. I went to the airport. When you are talking to Yusuf, so that means the second person. Yeah, Yusufu, second person singular masculine. So you will say adhab. Yes, adhabta ila al-mal'abi. Yeah, Yusuf, did you go to the playground? Or Yusuf, ukhti, my sister. And for the sister, we will say ukhti dhahabat. Very good, dhahabat. So ta will be sakin. And then we are talking to Fatima. So Fatima is feminine. So we will say Adhahabti, right? Adhahabti ilal maktabati ya Fatimatu. Did you go to the library? Oh, Fatima. So now beautiful, you can see that by changing the vowel signs, the meaning and the gender will change. Dhahabtu will be the same for masculine and feminine. Ana dhahabtu. Fatima will say ana dhahabtu, and Ali will say ana dhahabtu. But when we talk about anta, you will say anta dhahabta. And when we talk about hiya, we will say hiya dhahabat, or she went. So we will say Fatima dhahabat. And if you talk to the person who is next to you, and then you will say anti dhahabti. Ta'ammal ma yali. Now you have to reflect on the following, and the same thing that we have done in the previous exercise. So here we can see that ta is sakin, and if you put the case endings over there, if you want to say she went, so you will say dhahabat, she went. So it will be she went, dhahabat. And if you say you went, so it will be anta dhahabta, you went. The reason I'm not writing the verb, because the verb is already here. We only need to figure out the doer that is inside or inbuilt. And for the second, so this is for, let's say this is for masculine, and this one will be you for the feminine, right? So it will be you, yani anti dhahabti, so that's why it has kasra over here. And then you want to say I went, so it will be ana dhahabtu. So dhahabat, she went, dhahabta, you went for the masculine, dhahabti, you went for the feminine, and dhahabtu, I went. تأمل المثالين الآتيين. Okay. تأمل المثالين الآتيين. So we have to reflect on the following examples. And if you look at the examples here, we have question. The first one is أفهمت الدرس يا علي. Did you understand the lesson, O Ali? نعم فهمته. Yes, I understood it. لا ما فهمته. I did not understand it. What kind of question is this? Is it negative question? No. Affirmative question? Yes. So this is affirmative question, or we can say, to make it easier, we can say this is just a regular question. Nothing special about it. So that's why the answer will be either naam or la. Ama fahimta darsa ya aliyu. He says bala fahimtuhu, and then he says naam ma fahimtuhu. Now here we have something different. Yes, what is different over here? The first thing we need to know, the question is negative interrogative. It's negative interrogative. So ama fahimta darsa ya aliyu. Didn't you understand the lesson, O Ali? So either you will simply say, or Ali will simply say bala, that means yes, fahimtuhu, I understood it. Or he says naam, and after that he has to say ma fahimtuhu. So please be very careful. The best way will be to give the answer saying bala. Easier way to say bala, okay? But if you say naam, then you have to make sure that you have to complete it after that, and you have to complete it using negative connotation. The reason is because bala means no. Bala itself is used for the negative question, to answer the negative questions. But when you say naam, after naam, we have to make sure that we bring a negative sentence. Now we can practice over here. Hati as'ilatan munasibatan lil ajwibatil atiyati. Could you please stop doing this to the screen? I mean, it's so annoying. I forgot to put the restrictions and then really it's disturbing. Hati as'ilatan munasibatan, bring the suitable questions lil ajwibatil adiyati, to the following answers. So the answers are already here, and what we need to do is to provide the questions. Na'am sharibtu. So now you have to bring the question. Which question do we need to bring? Regular question or negative interrogative? So we will bring here regular question. So we will say asharibta shaya, and you say na'am sharibtu, asharibta shaya. Next one is na'am katabtu. So you will say akatabta wajibatak, did you write your homework? Or akatabta ismuka, did you write your name? And you say na'am katabtu, yes, I wrote. The next one we need to be careful, it's bala. So the question has to be negative interrogative. So for example, you say ama ra'ayta ahmada, didn't you see Ahmad? Ama ra'ayta ahmada, didn't you see Ahmad? You say bala ra'aytuhu, yes, I saw him. So now you see over here, because the question is negative interrogative, then the answer has to be bala. If you say na'am, then you will say na'am ma ra'aytuhu. So please be careful. If you say na'am, then you have to make sure that after that you have to add ma. Na'am ma ra'aytuhu. Next is okay, na'am ma qara'tu hadha al-kitaba fi baladi. Okay, now here you need to be very careful. Yes, what will be your um, question over here? Yes. نعم ما قرأت هذا الكتاب في بلدي. Number 4. أما قرأت هذا الكتاب؟ أما قرأت هذا الكتاب? Didn't you read this book? نعم ما قرأت هذا الكتاب في بلدي. I didn't read this book in my country. So now you can see over here that if the question is negative interrogative, and if you want to say na'am, after that you have to make sure that you use ma. Next is bala sami'tu adhana. Yes, I heard the adhan. So the question should be ama sami'tu adhana. Didn't you hear the adhan? Ama sami'tu adhana. And then you say bala sami'tu adhana. Yes, I heard the prayer, or the call for prayer, in fact. Next is la ma sami'tu adhana. No, I didn't hear the adhan. So here we have a regular question. So you will simply say asma'tu adhana. Did you hear the call for prayer? And the last one is La ma darabtu hadal walada. I didn't hit this boy. So the question will be Adarabta hadal walada. Did you hit this boy? And you say La ma darabtu hadal balada. So Alhamdulillah, we have completed 8 questions, and inshallah, when we meet again, we will start from question number 9. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.